Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome. Afternoon tea time on a card. This is episode number 32. I'm just going to hold off here just for a few seconds. I can see everyone jumping on to join me today. I'm so glad you guys are here. So episode number 32, and what I decided I wanted to do for today, it's the month of November, and most times we don't see much out there for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to do a punch art Thanksgiving card and a treat holder. Hi everyone. So I'm just going to give it a few more seconds. Okay, I can see a whole bunch of you guys coming on. So I'm going to be using quite a few punches today to do some punch art. I'm going to be using the Tulip Builder Punch, the Whale Builder Punch, the Snowman Builder Punch, and this is going to be for Thanksgiving, but I'm using all these punches. I'm going to make you guys wonder what I'm up to. The Banners Pick a Punch, and the 1.5 inch circle punch. So let me bring in, I have two projects today because they go together. One is a treat holder to go with my card. And again, if you're just tuning in, I am doing something for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving seems to always be pushed aside for projects for some reason. We go right from Halloween to Christmas. Well, not today. We're doing Thanksgiving. I'm going to show you how I did this little punch art turkey. Let me see if I can bring him a little closer. And I was very creative in finding the punches that I need, especially this little thingy here that comes off his beak. I can never remember what that's called. I think every year when I do a project, I have to ask my viewers what this little hangy thingy is called. So I'm going to show you how I did this using the punches that I just showed you. And I have a little cheat sheet here. I'm going to put it right to my left, and I will list everything that I use because it probably won't show up that well on video because it's with pencil, but it's just for myself. So I've gone ahead and cut some of the items already just because I didn't want to spend all the time cutting out all the feathers. So let me bring in what I've cut up ahead of time. Here's my little punch pieces. Now the wreath, I'm using the Arrange a Wreath stamp set. That's where the Give Thanks, right here. I love the little Give Thanks sentiment from this stamp set. And I'm also using the wreath die. I've gone ahead and cut it out with Whisper White. And that's from the coordinating dies. And you can see that there's a different one that I have one I'll cut out here. And then I'm also using the little treats. I'm using the little treat box dies. I'm going to bring that in to show you what that looks like. So we have the card, and then we have the little treat box to go with it. I'm going to show you how to do both. Now, what else do I have? I have Pretty Peacock ink, the Bates Early Espresso Stampin' Right marker, and a 1/4 inch circle punch from a handheld punch. So I'm going to start out with the card first, just to show you where I got all my punched pieces. So let me just set this aside a little bit. I'm going to go by my cheat sheet. Here's a scrap piece of Early Espresso with 1.5 circle punch. I'm going to cut 2 circles. So there's that's for the body. For the head, I wanted something that was oval shaped, and I really couldn't find our ovals dies. It just didn't pan out good for me. This is where I'm using the Snowman Builder Punch. I'm going to cut out the body. So we're going to do one snowman body. Now, instead of hand cutting this piece off, I'm going to show you a little trick that I used. I have a scrap piece of white. I'm going to add some snail because what I need to do, the snowman is facing this way. I want it to go back in this way so that I can round this off at the end. I am going to go ahead and snip this right in the middle, get rid of this little piece. Now I'm going to create a handle, And I'm going to put this back in so I can get a nice curve on the bottom. Now I'm hoping I can see this well enough with my camera in front of my face. So now you can see how I inserted that. It's going to be a nice oval shape. So there's my little head. We're going to use this again. Oh, I need some pumpkin pie. Hold on. I forgot to grab some pumpkin pie. I've got a scrap right here that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the little hands from the snowman to create the little feet for my turkey. So we just need 2 of those. So we're all done with the snowman punch. Next is the whale builder punch. See this little funky shape right here? That's what I used right below his beak with Flirty Flamingo. It's just the perfect shape to use. So we got 1 of those. And then I'm gonna bring in Bumblebee. Now this one I had to do hand cut. It's just the little triangle for the nose. Very easy to hand cut. So there's my little nose. And then my last part is my 2 little beady eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and use the handheld punch. I'm going to drop that right on the early espresso so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to use my Stampin' Right marker. And I'm just going to draw out the little eyeballs closer to one side because I want him to be cross-eyed. Okay, so there's my 2 little eyeballs. Now, I did go ahead and cut all of the feathers, which I used from the tulip builder punch. I do need to do the early espresso ones, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And then all of the other colors are already cut. So let me do 6 of those. Oh no, I'm stuck. Hold on. So there's 2. My punch is staying stuck for some reason. There's 3, 4. I'm trying to get all of the scrap pieces out. Just need 2 more. There's 5. And 1 more. Let's see if I can sneak that in. Okay, so we got 6 of those. Now we're going to start assembling our little turkey. So you can see here I have early espresso 6, Bumblebee I have 2, Flirty Flamingo 3, Pumpkin Pie 3, and Pretty Peacock 3. So those are all of my feathers. So now we're going to start with a circle, and I'm going to add a lot of glue. And I'm going to start out by adding early espresso. Now you want it to stick out quite a bit, so I'm going to go right on the edge. I'm going to put 2 vertical from each other. And then I'm going to keep going, and they're all going to go in the same direction. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3. Let me move that over just a tad. 4. And there's 6. My next step was to add some color in between. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Flirty Flamingo, Bumblebee, Flirty Flamingo. Let's see, I'll make sure they're all facing the same way. There's my other Bumblebee and my last Flirty Flamingo. Okay. Whoops. That one stuck to my finger. Hold on, I gotta move that one a little bit. Okay, so there's my first layer. Now, I can't remember if I used dimensionals. No, I did not. Now I'm going to jump over to my second layer. So I'm going to add some more glue. Maybe. My bottle is almost empty. I'm trying to use it all up. Okay, now we're going to go pumpkin pie. And I'm kind of placing them a little more in towards the center of the circle because I want all of the colors to show up. There's my Island Indigo. Another pumpkin pie. Island Indigo. So you can see now when you lay these down, all of the colors are showing. I wanted a really, really colorful turkey. He's got really cute feathers. Okay, look at this hot mess, but that's what the second circle is going to be for. This is the base. Now I'm going to bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals. And we're going to glue that over this hot mess that you see here. I'm going to add 4 just so it's pretty much well covered. As far as gluing everything down. And I love doing punch art. I haven't done punch art for a long time because we've lost a lot of our punches too. Everything is dies lately and I prefer punches over dies. Look how pretty that is. So when you lift this up, it's nice and neat on the front and the back. Now we're going to go over to the head. I'm going to bring in my little take your pick tool. And I'm going to add some glue for my eyeballs. And like I said, I wanted him to be cross-eyed. So I'm going to make sure that the pupils that I drew on there are facing the middle. There's my first one. I don't know, there's just something about making critters cross-eyed that to me looks a lot better. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we're going to add the little beak. And I haven't been looking up for you guys to tell me what this little hangy thing is called. I know somebody must have said it and I just missed it. Okay, there's my little beak. And then we're going to add, and I always end up having to ask my husband what is it. It's just something that I don't remember. Okay. Look how cute that is. Just a couple pieces of scrap cardstock. So if you guys have a lot of scrap cardstock, this is perfect. Oh, Carol is saying it's a gobble. There's another word for it. That's not the technical term. I'm waiting for someone to tell me what it is. Waddle. Yes, Lori got it. It's a waddle. Okay, I got 2 Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to layer that over the body. And there's my fat little chunky turkey. Now the only thing I've got left to do on him is to add my little feet. So I'm going to add some liquid glue. I'm going to tuck those. So who would have known to use a snowman punch to do part of a turkey? And the whale punch too. Waddle. Yeah, everybody's saying waddle. Okay, there's my punch art turkey. Now we need to slap him on the front of a card front. And I am using Early Espresso 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Next is Whisper White 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. My third layer is from the In Good Taste designer paper. You guys, if you don't have this package of paper, I'm telling you, look at all of the patterns. And this is actually a double package of paper. It comes in 24 sheets. But look, there's a little bit of something for everything. There's some pink tones. And what I read or heard from Stampin' Up is these are actual tile pieces that were photographed. So it's just really neat how they come up with some of their designs. This piece measures, let me see, 3 3/4 by 5. So yeah, here's a piece that has tile on it. So So you got tile and wood grain and fabric. Next is my little die cut wreath. I'm just going to add little dots of glue here and there and slap that on. I'm going to glue this over to the left. And let me see, I'm going to bring my piece of paper in and just press that in place. And then we're going to glue the turkey down. More dimensionals. Now, something else I wanted to mention that I think I talked about last month when I did one of my videos. I wanted to bring back once a month. I'm going to do my Stamp With Me classes that I used to do during when the virus first hit. So I'm going to try to do that on the last Wednesday of the month. I already have something planned. So look for that announcement when the time comes so you guys will know what to prepare ahead of time. This is Whisper White, and it is 3/4 of an inch by 2.5. We're going to do the Give Thanks. And I actually have 2 of those because one for the treat box. I'm going to do that one while I have the ink out. And then I'm going to bring in the Banner's Pick-a-Punch. Now, because this is so short, I'm going to use my little handle again that I used so I can insert this easier into the punch. I'm just going to have to do it on both sides. It just makes it easier to feed that through. Make sure it's nice and centered. So there's my first one. And then the treat box is really simple because it's all cut out from one of our new dies. So I'm just going to show you how to assemble it, and then we're going to decorate it to coordinate with the card. Okay, where are you? I don't see you. There we are. I think I have some tape in there. It won't go where I want it to. Okay. So now we can go ahead and I got to check. I did use dimensionals, of course. I should not second guess myself. And I put the sign right in front of the body because it looks like he's holding it up for everyone. So that's going to go right here. And then, of course, I'm going to pick a name. Okay, I want the give to show. I'm going to try to move this over. I'm going to have to move it over just a tad because it's covering part of the sentiment. Okay, so there's the card, the punch art turkey. Now I'm going to move on to the little treat box. And it's very simple. Oh, I need to get my ribbon. Hold on. Ribbon and chocolate. I forgot to bring the chocolate. Okay, so again, the die is from the little treat box dies. Let me show you what comes with that. You get this big piece that cuts out the cardstock that you need. It's all one piece. And on the other dies, you get some that you can use for tags. And look at this. There's a little spider. There's a little ring, like a little engagement ring. And then some shapes to do tags with. And then you have some that cut some of the stamped images on here also. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how I did the treat box. Now I wanted to coordinate the wreath, and I don't need a full wreath, so I just kind of cut from a little scrap piece that I had, just part of it. And let me show you how quick this little treat box. So all of the score lines are there. So I'm going to go ahead and fold. Score lines again. So there's the shape of your box already. And then we have to score one more time, or fold, not score, on the sides. And then this folds in and it tucks. There's a little slot there to tuck. Another little slot. I'm going to try to make it so you guys can see it in the camera. These just tuck right in place. And it makes a little square box on the inside. And what I did is I actually added some adhesive on each side. I need to throw this bottle away. It's almost empty. We're gonna press this in place, and look, our treat holder is done. Look how cute that is. I'm just gonna use my bone folder to press that down into the glue. And then I have some Dove chocolates. I'm gonna put 2 in there. This is the white polka dot ribbon. I'm gonna thread that through. And you can see here that I created a little bow on the front. So if you guys, a lot of you guys do craft fairs, this would be so quick and easy to do craft fairs with. It's really worth the price to pay for this die. Or for Halloween, not Halloween, Halloween's already gone by. Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners, these would be cute at a place setting. Okay, let me get my scissors. So now all I have left to do, I just added feathers on the front to match the turkey. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add glue to my little piece of wreath, just a partial wreath. I'm gonna glue that right here like this to the front. And trim off the end. And then all I did was position my 3 leaves. Let me see if I can grab them okay here. I have glue all over my fingers, so things are not working well. All right, stay put. I added my 3 leaves. I should stop and clean my fingers off because everything is sticking. I did this, and I added a dimensional like that. And then I added my thanks to the top. And then I'm just gonna add glue to the feathers, lots of glue, and glue this to the front. So I will pick a name for someone to win both of these projects tomorrow morning. So there we go. Look how cute that is. Look how quick that was to make. And again, that's using the, hold on, little treat box dies that actually coordinates with the little treats stamp set. And the other die, the wreath, comes from the Arrange a Wreath with the coordinating dies. So there's my projects for today, the little punch art turkey card along with the little treat box. Let me see if I can put something under that so it'll stay up. So thanks so much for joining me, everyone, and I hope to see you again next week. Same time, same day of the week, same place. Have a good remainder of the week, everyone.